Ready or Not, which is this kind of black comedy horror comedy horror. I'm turning into
Corody Hummer.
Corody Hummer.
Sounds like an 80s TV star who had a little bit of, he was great for a while, Corody Hummer, and then there was a little bit of an embarrassing sequence. And
I'm so sorry. I'm really drifting off into old. Anyway, so it is a sort of black comedy horror directed by Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillett, from a screenplay by Guy Busick and R. Christopher Murray. Samara Weaving is the bride, Grace, who is engaged to marry a man, Alex, from a wealthy family, the Le Domas clan, from whom Alex has become estranged. She arrives there at his, mansion-like ancestral home. And everyone there is rich and weird and unwelcoming, with the possible exception of Andy McDowell's mother figure, who says, look, don't worry. They're all scary from the outside, but, you're great. You're a breath of fresh air. That's fabulous. But, the fact of the matter is they're rich. And as Scott Fitzgerald and everybody else says, the rich are not like you and me. And so despite the fact that she's told not to be scared of them, she is essentially scared of them. And it turns out she's scared of them with fundamentally good reason, because something is going to happen at 12 o'clock. She is told that at 12 o'clock she's going to have to be involved in a family tradition, which is to play a game, a game at midnight, in order to pass into the family. Here's the clip.
You, lady in white. Look at this, you must be the bride.
Hi.
Fitch Bradley.
Grace.
Pleasure. Alex.
Hi, Fitch. How are you?
Well done. Sorry we cut it so close. We couldn't get our regular charter out of De Gaulle this morning. And I cannot fly commercial anymore, right? It's the worst.
Grace! Hi! Hi! I'm Emily. Oh, your dress is amazing. I've been totally stalking you on Instagram. Oh, really? That's... We're gonna be best friends.
Hi. Nice to see you.
I'm so excited to be a part of your family. Me too.
He will decide that, my dear.
Adeline, it's nice to see you.
Brown-haired niece, you continue to exist.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is 11:55.
There's a great line, isn't it? Brown-haired niece, you continue to exist. So it's 11:55 and 12 o'clock she's going to have to play a game. And, as you'll know from the publicity and the poster, the game turns out to be hide and seek. Hence, Ready or Not, coming Ready or Not. But it turns out that the family are playing for keeps. They have made a pact with the mysterious Mr. Bale that they will play any game picked at random at 12 o'clock, and that's for the family to carry on flourishing. And if you happen to pick hide and seek, well, they play hide and seek, and they play it to the death. Now, the idea that the rich are not like you and me is one which has been sort of used by horror films before me, most importantly, I think, in Brian Yuzna's film Society, which begins as this kind of weird, preppy satire and then turns into something really, really scrungy and twisted and strange. Here, I think this owes a thematic debt to that, and also, in terms of its structure, to the recent Purge movies, some of which are more interesting than others, some of which are actually quite good, although actually it's closer in tone to the kind of slapstick mayhem of Sam Raimi's The Evil Dead. Now, this isn't in the same league as The Evil Dead, but it is fun. I think Samara Weaving is great as the bride who, as you see in the poster, has to tool up in order to deal with the in-laws. The gore is nicely nasty and isn't afraid of being squishy when it has to be. And the whole thing cracks along at a fair old pace. And most importantly, most comedy horror films kind of lose their nerve. About two-thirds of the way through, they just fall down into being, kind of slightly dozy horror movies. The thing about this, which was impressive, is it's smartly written and it's sharply directed. It's kind of good fun, not world-changing, but, really sort of enjoyable. But as you get into the last act of it, it becomes even more interesting. It actually builds, and that's what happens with most comedy horror films. They have a premise that's interesting, and then it falls apart. This doesn't. This actually builds, so much so that in the last few moments of the film, in the audience that I was in, there was a fantastic mix of laugh out loud laughs and ooh, sort of slight revulsion moments, which is really great. Andy McDowell, who was so great in Magic Mike XXL, is having a really, really good time. And as I said, rather than running out of steam, it just picks up a pace and cracks along. So it's Ready or Not, and I thought it was really enjoyable. It was really good fun.